everyone, my name is Mintie and welcome back to The Sims 4 into another speed build. And it is September now. It is my favorite time of the year, and at least where I live, it's definitely feeling like autumn. It's cool and it's crisp outside and the leaves are starting to change color. I was watching leaves falling from the trees this morning and I just wanted to make something that was very fall, that was very autumn and autumnal and cozy, and that's really what I was going for today. I wanted to just go kind of crazy and make a house with lots of autumn decorations and autumn colors for the most part, and that's what I did. So this is very much going to be just an over-the-top autumn house. I am so excited for fall this year. I think especially after a very, very hot summer. I just want autumn and I want spooky, and I am very excited for both of those things, especially spook season, because I have a lot of ideas for like spooky videos on my channel and I just can't wait. I actually feel inspired for once, so I'm very excited. But this house, as you're gonna see later on, it has a bit of a secret. I mean, it's not like that much of a secret because this house is literally built in Glimmerbrook, but you'll see upstairs there is a secret room of sorts that's right off of the bedroom. You can only access it through the master bedroom, so I guess that makes it kind of a secret room, if you will. But my whole idea behind the Sims who might live here is that maybe it was a spellcaster and a non-spellcaster couple that live here, and you know, maybe there's a secret room because the other person doesn't know that their significant other is a spellcaster. I don't know. It could be fun. It could be a fun story to play out. Not that you can really reveal yourself as a spellcaster, but you can, you know, pretend, I suppose. I don't think there is a way for your Sims to be like, hey, by the way, I'm a spellcaster, but you can literally go up to any Sim in the world and be like, hey, are you a mermaid? But the whole idea was probably a newer couple, and as you're going to see upstairs, there is a nursery, so it could be fun to kind of play out the story, like the anxious few months before the baby is born, wondering if it's going to be a spellcaster or not, wondering if, you know, you wanted to go down the route of the other Sim not knowing that their partner is a spellcaster and then they have a spellcaster baby. I don't know. Could be fun. It was just a story that I kind of came up with for the Sims that live in this house. As for the house itself, I was looking at a lot of like Victorian folk style houses, and if you don't know what that is, basically it was a style that became popular in the Victorian era in a way to sort of give the common man a Victorian style house, because obviously these big huge Queen Anne houses that were popular, they were extremely expensive and not for the common folk. So the Victorian folk house was kind of a style that was created to make a cheaper style of a Victorian house. So that's what I was kind of going for. I wanted a house that looked older, maybe had some updates, some remodels here and there, but for the most part it was supposed to be like a Victorian style house with closed off rooms. I struggled a lot with the layout of this house. If you're new to the channel, hello, welcome, but I am not much of a builder at all. I wouldn't even consider myself a builder in The Sims. I only started building when I started my YouTube channel, so a couple of months, and I am challenging myself now to actually start building. I would always just find houses on the gallery and use those, but I am challenging myself to be more creative and actually build things. I originally intended, you know, just to make a single story house, and that's what I was gonna do, but I was like, no, Mintie, let's do something different. Let's challenge ourselves. So this is a 2-story house. I don't think the layout is very good at all. I don't think I made use of the space very well, and as you're gonna see later on in the build, I actually ended up with a dining room that was way too small and didn't want to like make the house any bigger. So rather than like this big grand dining room that I had in my head, it ends up being this kind of small squashed dining room with a table against the wall. So that was my bad. I probably could have tried to, you know, make the back side of the house a little bit bigger, because the living room also ended up with a really strange layout that I'm still not happy with, but I wanted to get it done. So I don't know, you know, I'm still learning, I'm still experimenting, figuring out out how to build things and how to use objects effectively, hopefully how to find things in the catalog, because I never really realized how difficult it is to find items in the catalog sometimes. A lot of the times I was just editing out bits and pieces of me trying to find a specific item in the catalog, and the search function is kind of useless because most objects have, you know, quirky names, which is fun. It's always fun to read the descriptions of items in The Sims. If you've never done that, honestly, like, take some time and read some of the descriptions of objects, because some of them are really funny and it's quite enjoyable to read through them, because a lot of the items aren't named exactly what you would think they are, because you know what the object looks like and you're trying to find it, but then you can't find it because it's not named what you think it would be named. That can be a little bit frustrating, but I'm learning. I'm having fun, I think, other than being frustrated sometimes with my builds. Back to the build, however, it is a 2-story house with a secret room, and if you for some reason wanted to play in this house, you could probably figure out a much better layout than I did and actually have like just 3 rooms, or you could probably make more rooms upstairs than what I did with better use of space, but maybe you could make a study or a library upstairs. I was thinking might be something fun, but I made a spellcaster room. There's a cauldron room upstairs. There's also the master bedroom and the nursery, as well as a washroom. And then downstairs is just the kitchen, living room, sad squashed looking dining room, and another washroom downstairs as well. I also probably made the entranceway in this house just way too big, which probably resulted in me not using the space very well either, but I just wanted this like really big entranceway. I liked the idea of Sims coming to trick or treat at this house, and like when you open the door, there's just like this really beautiful entranceway. Grand entranceway. For some reason, I just really liked that idea, so I did end up with a very large, rather unusable space in the front of the house, but that's okay. I also did struggle a lot with wood tones, and watching back me actually put together the house and seeing the outside, I have like very dark wood and then like very brown wood. I really wanted to emphasize more of the orangey wood that came with Realm of Magic, only to realize that that tone of wood doesn't really match with anything, at least that I could find. So it was kind of awkward for me to have these very rich kind of orange woods in all the furniture, trying to find other objects that had similar wood tones. So it's kind of all over the place in terms of wood tones, and I apologize if that bothers you. I know it doesn't look great, but I think once I got the warmer lighting in, and I probably should have just brought a sim in to change the lighting because the lighting was all over the place, but I used more of a warmer lighting for all of the screen caps that you'll see later, and I think that really helped a lot. That just made everything more cohesive. It brought out more of the green in the wallpaper, which I really wanted. That really beautiful. I love the wallpaper that came with Realm of Magic. All of the wallpapers that came with Realm of Magic I think are really pretty. I like the tile a lot. The brick is really pretty. I thought about using that, but for some reason I was very fixated on the orange siding. I just really wanted to use the orange siding. I actually found a picture of a Victorian folk house that had orange and then it had dark shutters, and that's sort of what I originally wanted to do, but then I ended up using the Realm of Magic windows instead. I'll try to find a picture of that house and link it because it was a really cool looking house, and I definitely probably did not do that house any justice with my house, but I wanted to do something that was similar to that. The other thing that I struggled with a lot, and I'm still like don't know what to do, is outdoor space. I did play with debug landscaping though in this build, and that was a lot of fun. I always see other builders using like a really cool debug landscaping and objects products, and the debug landscaping is actually completely free. So it would be really, really great for like legacy houses, for cheap starter builds where you can't actually afford any landscaping, so it just looks really sad. But you can use debug landscaping and you can have like really, really cheap landscaping. This of course is not a starter house of any sort. I did not pay attention to budget for this house or pack. I'm sorry. I originally was like, I'm gonna use just the base game in Realm of Magic. That will be really nice, and then people will be able to use it even if they don't have all of the packs. But then I didn't end up doing that, so I apologize. I'm going to try from now on just to keep my builds to a couple packs, but I felt like with this one I just wanted to let some creativity, whatever creativity is deep within me, I wanted to let my creativity kind of go and not limit myself with packs. But in the future, I will try to be more conscious with packs. I also don't think anyone is going to really want to use this house. It was just a house that I wanted to build purely for my own entertainment. I think I also, as you can see, just completely cluttered this house with autumn decorations. And I said I wasn't going to use Halloween decorations, but then I did use some because I couldn't help myself. I was like, no, Mintie, it's too early. But I was also like, no, it's spook season. It's September. It's officially spook season on September 1st. There's a few Halloween decorations, but mostly autumnal decorations, which got me thinking, do you guys actually decorate your Sims houses for like the seasons, for holidays? And do you make custom holidays in the calendar for your Sims to kind of take part in? I was thinking about that because I feel like for my legacy families that I spend a lot of time with, I will kind of decorate their house depending on what the season is, you know, not going too crazy unless it's like for Spooky Day or for Winterfest, but I do feel like I always try to decorate those houses just because I spend so much time with those Sims that I feel like I want to give them the best. But for other Sims, I don't feel like I usually decorate. And I generally play in Little Simsy's save file, and there's already custom holidays in there, so I've never added custom holidays. But if you guys have like any custom holidays that you usually put in your Sims calendar, any like cool ones, I actually would be really interested to hear about them. But that is going to be the build today. So I hope that you guys enjoy this. It's a little bit different, not very useful, but I thought it was fun. And I am going to continue to build. I'm going to continue to experiment and see what I can do and see what I can come up with. But that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If for some reason you're interested in downloading this house, you can find it on my gallery. My Origin ID is Mintiebot, or you can search under the hashtag MintieGames. If you guys liked this video, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to comment down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. I do post new Sims videos every week, so I will see you all next time. Bye guys!